Okay, I'm recording this on Zoom because I just tried to record on my regular built-in camera application and it sucks. It turned off by itself after 15 minutes. And also the video was very it was it wasn't consistent. It's choppy. So I'm gonna try using Zoom here, see how it works. If not, I just use OBS recording software. All right, so I'm looking at some questions from iteslj.org. I'm not affiliated with this website. Many of my students like to use it in our classes, and I think they have some fantastic questions to kick off some interesting conversation. So I'm gonna look here today at beach, B-E-A-C-H, beach, like going to the beach with the sand and the water meet. The first question here is, when was the last time you went to the beach? Where did you go? When was the last time you went to the beach? Where did you go? The last time I went to the beach was maybe, let's say about was it a month ago? Maybe about a month ago. The weather was nice enough. My eldest son and I went to the beach. And I think in that time, maybe a month ago, we went like 3 or 4 times in that month because he started asking about going to the beach more. And I like going to the beach. I should love going to the beach. So maybe last month, maybe a little bit over a month ago now, maybe let's say a month and a half, let's say 6 weeks ago was the last time I went to the beach. And says, where did you go? I went to the beach. We went to the beach. We walked on the beach. This question asks, where did you go? I went to the beach. Okay, I'm gonna look at the next question here. All right, what do people do at the beach? There's a lot. There's a lot that can be done at the beach. You can get in the water. You can swim. You can splash. You can ride a jet ski. You can go boating. You can go fishing. You can go water skiing. You can go kite surfing. You can go surfing. You can wouldn't recommend having a pedal boat, but you can have a pedal boat if you could get past the waves. You could build sand castles. You could sunbathe or tan. You could party. You could have a party, throw a party, join a party. You could play football, play soccer, football, American football. You can play European football, soccer. You could play tag. You could play catch. You can play volleyball. It's a very popular one. You could play frisbee. You could do art. You could do yoga. You could do martial arts. You could jog. You could exercise. You can cycle. All these things I've seen before. Most of them I've done before. So there's a lot to do at the beach. Water sports, relaxing, you can sleep at the beach. Can you swim? Yes, I can swim. When did you learn to swim? I learned to swim many years ago when I was still a child. I think I was in elementary school, early middle school. This is like between 5th and 7th grade. Maybe I was about between the ages of 10 and like 13, if I'm not mistaken. Who taught you to swim? Oh my goodness. I was at a summer camp and we were having swimming lessons there. And I don't remember exactly why, but I was frightened. I was afraid of getting into the water. I think the coach was just he wasn't nice. He was very, very aggressive. And basically I didn't want to get in the water. I was like, I don't want to get in the water. I'm scared. I want to get in the water. And the guy physically picked me up and just tossed me. It wasn't like a kind toss. He like just snatched me. He had to catch me. And I tried to get away. He caught me, chased me, grabbed me, and flung me into the pool. All right, so I couldn't swim at this time. I couldn't swim. And so I guess I could swim because I made it to the edge. I didn't drown. And I got out of the pool and I ran. I ran out of the campground. It was still in the city. It wasn't like a camping place. This was a large community facility building where they had pools and they had a gymnasium and things like that. So I got out of the pool. There's a fence, and the fence right outside it was a sidewalk and the street. And I took off. I ran out of the place and ran down the sidewalk looking for help. It was crazy, man. I made my mom think about that all the time. Like, man, we should have sued that place, but we didn't. So I can't say he taught me how to swim. Maybe sometime after that, I became a Boy Scout. And in the Boy Scouts, I learned how to swim very well. But I don't think they taught me. I think at that point, I already knew how to swim. we can just say I learned to swim as a Boy Scout. One of my fellow scouts and the Scoutmaster taught me to swim. Let's go with that. What kind of swimming suit do you wear? I just wear swimming trunks. Just wear swimming shorts. I call them swimming trunks. I think most people call them swimming trunks or swim trunks. There've been times I've gone to the beach unprepared, and I just had on some regular gym shorts or some regular jean shorts or sometimes even some pants. Maybe I try not to go swimming in my pants, but I go to the beach. I'm gonna get in the water with what I have on. I'm not gonna really be too concerned about it. But usually swim trunks. Sometimes a tank top or t-shirt, but usually if it's not cold, then I don't need a shirt. Have you ever been night swimming? Have you ever been night swimming? Yes, I have been night swimming before a few times, and I get many feelings from it. One is comfort, the darkness, the blackness, the visual merging of the sky and the water. It's kind of beautiful. It's like getting into a giant black bed. Then the blankets are forever. The blankets are above you, which is the sky. The blankets are on you, which are the waves. It's very beautiful, very enjoyable, as long as it's not cold, which of course is going to be a little bit colder than it is in the daytime, and a little bit frightening as well, because I know I cannot see as well. So being in the water, dealing with waves, you have to be on guard. You have to be vigilant anyway. And so night swimming, there was an added layer of, I can say, danger, potential danger, complexity. Yeah. Maybe sometimes night swimming, I've been drinking or something. Never drunk. I don't go swimming drunk, but maybe I drunk a little bit of alcohol. Are there any problems with jellyfish, sharks, or stonefish at your local beach? I don't think we have any problems with stonefish, but jellyfish and sharks we sometimes have. I've been stung by jellyfish at my local beach. I've seen many dead jellyfish washed up on the beach. Sharks, I don't think anybody's ever been attacked by a shark at my local beach, but definitely I've seen sharks. I've heard people scream shark. I've seen people fishing off of the pier and they say there's sharks there, but I don't think they were big sharks, maybe just some little sharks. Have you ever played sports on the beach? Which sports have you played? Absolutely, I played sports on the beach. I played many sports on the beach on various occasions, many times. I played European football, soccer. I played American football. I played catch, volleyball. I've had foot races. I've wrestled. We've wrestled on the beach. Frisbee, another good one. I've played frisbee on the beach. And this is it. And then how are they different from non-beach versions of the sport? I think they're usually more enjoyable just because you're at the beach. Everything's better at the beach. Football, everything is a little bit more complex as well because of the grip, the lack of traction and grip that you have when you try to push off, when you try to step or jump or run. Your foot slips in the sand and you gotta have to alter or shift or modify your footing to be able to not twist your ankle, not break your leg, but also to keep up your speed. And it's also difficult because like running through sand is more difficult than it is running on something flat like dirt, because it's not sifting under your feet. So more difficult because of the sand. Maybe some things feel a little bit safer, less likely to injure yourself playing football. I think if I get, no. Maybe playing volleyball, I feel like if I fall down, the sand is more cushiony than the dirt usually is. If you get tackled on the sand, it's still gonna hurt. I don't know. I have to think about this. I've had times when I've been knocked down on sand. I thought, oh, it's not so bad. Other times I go, ooh, immediately knocks the wind out of me. You hear my wind sound. Is that the trash? All right. I'm gonna pause here. I gotta take the trash, the garbage bin to the front. The garbage truck has just come down my street. Hang on. Where's the pause button here? Can I pause this? Yes. I was super loud, that recording in progress button. I just made it back. I just got back in. Just took the trash bin to the front so the garbage crew could pick it up. Where was I? Where did I leave off? I was talking about sports on the beach. How they're different from non-beach versions of the sport. I think I've pretty much covered that. All right, have you ever collected seashells? Absolutely, I've done it many times. Have you ever collected seashells? Yes, yes, I have collected seashells. I've done so many times, many occasions, many varieties of seashells, large shells, small shells. I used to keep a collection as a kid. I kept several collections. I don't remember what happened to them. I guess eventually, I guess we threw them away. I don't know if my mom took them, threw them away. Can you describe a shell that you have collected? Can you describe a shell that you have collected? I remember I found like a small conch shell, CONCH shell. Um, I never find the big ones. I've people have given me the big ones. I've never found a big one, but I found like a small, medium-sized conch shell. And I remember I would always put my ear to it and I would hear the, and I was always told as a kid that when you put your ear to a shell, you can hear the ocean. And you know, honestly, and oddly enough, because I usually look stuff up to try to find out, you hear a sound and it sounds like something. So what is that sound? Maybe it's a sound of other things reflecting, deflecting, the sound waves bouncing into the shell and bouncing back into your ear. I don't know. I'll look it up after this recording. What did you do with the shells you collected? I kept them for a while. I used to set them on my dresser, on my shelf, and then I guess I threw them away. I'm gonna look at another one here. Have you ever been fishing on the beach? Maybe once. What did you catch? Nothing. What did you use as bait? Probably just worms and plastic lures. What is tide? What is a tide? Tide is the waves pulling and pushing. You can have high tide when the water is coming closer to the shore, and low tide when the water is receding and going away from the shore. So if you're standing here, the tide is high, the water is here. And when the tide is low, the water is here because it's going back out to sea, back out to the ocean. Okay. What is riptide? I think if I remember correctly, riptide. What is a riptide? Riptide is when the tide comes in and powerfully pulls back out. So riptides are dangerous because it can pull you back out to sea, back out to the ocean very quickly. I think that's what a riptide is, if I'm not mistaken. Have you ever been on a sailboat or a rowboat? I've been on a sailboat, but I've never been on it while it was actually in motion. It was parked, it was docked, it was not moving. I've been on a rowboat before. I've rowed in a rowboat. I've rowed the ROW, not RODE. I rowed a rowboat. Have you ever used a surfboard or a bodyboard? I've never used a surfboard, but I've used a bodyboard many times. When I was a kid, we used to call them boogie boards for some reason. I'm not sure if one of my friends or family members mistook the name. I'm not sure where we got boogie board from. Maybe the brand of bodyboards was called boogie board. Do you like to suntan? No, I don't like a suntan. I'm African American is what I'm termed as. I'm a black guy. I like to be darker. I think that dark skin is very beautiful, and I'm often positively, not negatively, kind of positively envious of people who have darker skin. I think that very dark skin is very nice to look at. I like dark skin, so I'd like to be darker, but I don't suntan. Do you think sunblock is important? No, no, I don't. For some people, yes, depending on your ethnicity, depending on your race, depending on your skin tone, the amount of melanin in your skin, and how often you spend in the sun. Maybe for you, you could become severely sunburned, or have some type of skin cancer or something like that. But according to the little bit of research I've done, there are some some sunblock ingredients that are cancer causing. So am I going to use sunblock to block the free radicals caused by the sun rays and potential for skin cancer when what I'm using as well is potentially cancerous? I don't think so. And I wasn't there in the previous years. I don't know what happened to these people, but I mean, did we always have sunblock? Again, maybe these people have been dropping dead. Again, I'm ignorant here. I'm very ignorant about this, but I don't think there's sunblock for me is important. My wife tries to get me to wear sunblock, and I don't do it. And then we see something, oh, Dominic gets skin cancer and dies from not wearing sunblock. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right. I have a class starting here in a few minutes. How do you keep your wallet safe while you are swimming? Oh, that's a good question. Either I usually leave it in the car, because the beach I go to, most of the time I leave it. If I'm going swimming, I usually have like an extra thing. I just leave it in, I actually like a backpack or something, and use there. Most of the people, some people are sitting on our little spread, on our towels and on our little sheets that we use to lay on the sand with. And they're there with the cooler and the bags and the purses and the shoes or whatever. So there's always somebody there to watch our stuff. If it's just me, I guess it just gets in the water. I don't really remember. I can't think about the last time that I've had to think about my wallet while I was swimming, because I just left it in the car. I mean, if I needed it, I just walk back to the car, get it, and go buy what I needed. But I leave it in the car. Should people be able to own a beach or part of a beach? This is tricky, in my perspective, because human beings are sectioning up the world. You know what I mean? And for me to be able to own a part of the beach or the beach, I have to buy it, right? I have to pay for it. I have to pay for somebody. Who am I paying? I'm paying the government. How did the government acquire it? How did the government get that beach for me to buy from them? Who took ownership of this? Who decreed, oh, this is my place? So at the same time, I like having to say, hey, this is my area. Please don't come walking around in my space. But it's because can't trust everybody. In a perfect world, which of course we're not in, so I shouldn't mention, but oh sure, walk past my house, walk, in my yard, I don't mind. We're gonna be good human. We're gonna be a good human being. We're gonna have a good interaction, no matter where you are, where you're from. But we don't live in that, because people aren't that. I'm not that. So I'm not just speaking about everybody. I'm not a I'm not a thief or a murderer or anything like that. But would I walk on somebody's yard and be super friendly to them? Maybe not. Maybe they look at me funny and I think, who are you looking at? So do I believe that people should be able to own a beach or part of the beach? No. It depends. If it's a very secluded location. This is tough. This is a good question. This is a good question. This is a good question. I'm gonna come back to this question later date. Maybe here I'll look at this last one, and I want to get off of here. Do you prefer a calm sea, or do you prefer big waves? It depends. I'm sorry, I'm speaking too quickly. Do you prefer a calm sea, or do you prefer big waves? It depends on what I'm doing. It depends on what my desire is at that time. If I want to ride my boogie board, if I want to surf, which I don't do, if I want to jet ski or something, or jet ski, I don't want to have a big waves, but if I want to jump over the waves, I want to be splashed and bashed and thrashed around, then yeah, I prefer big waves. Big waves are preferable because I want them at that point. But if I just want to get on my little floaty and cool out and just relax, if I want to just stand in the water and feel the slow pull and push of the tide, the waves coming in and out, then I prefer a calm sea. If I'm sailing, on a ship, I'm on a cruise, I want a calm sea. I don't want any big waves. Should dogs be allowed on the beach? No. I used to love I love animals. I've had many animal companions throughout my life, many dogs, and I understand why people love them. They become a part of your family. No dogs on the beach. We got people walking around, we got people running, we got kids running. Even if my dog's friendly, won't bite you, your dog will bite somebody. I know people are gonna be like, oh, this guy's crazy, my dog ain't gonna bite anybody. Look, a human will bite a human. You know what I mean? If you got teeth, it'll bite. All right. So you're throwing frisbees, you're kicking balls, you're running. And then again, the dog has to pee or poop. It's fine. The dog has to do. Are you gonna do something? What are you gonna do with that poop? Are you gonna pick it up? You're gonna get the peak sand? I know we think it's a very small, inopportune spot. It's a very small thing, but it's very small until you're the one that steps into the dog poop, or you're the one that steps into the pee, or you're the one that gets chased by the dog, or you're walking and you hear this barking. You know, I'm at the beach. I'm supposed to be away from the sound of cars and trucks and barking. The hell is this barking? It's a dog out here. So no dogs on the beach. Um, give them a dog park. Uh, here you go. Should dogs have to be kept on the leashes at the beach? If they're allowed on the beach, keep them on a leash. Unless you go into a remote, secluded area, then you can let them off the leash and let them run and catch the frisbee and play or whatever. But keep them on a leash. Yeah. All right, that's my end one. Maybe I shouldn't end with that when people are saying, I'm not gonna get a class with this guy. He doesn't like dogs. He's a dog hater. You know, no, not at all. All right. I keep thinking to myself that I'm speaking too quickly, and I am. I'm speaking quickly. I'm on a time constraint. I got some stuff to do. I naturally speak pretty quickly though. In classes, I can definitely speak a lot more slowly. But at the same point, it's hey, comprehension practice. Test your ears, see how well you can comprehend and understand what I'm saying. And if you have questions about what do you say at this point, you know, look at the timestamp, message me and ask me, what did I say? Can I explain it to you? And I'd be happy to do so. So hope this was enjoyable for you. I'll do some more of these. Again, the site is itslj.org. I'm not affiliated with them. I'll link the website in the description. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, whatever format you are consuming this in. Take care. Be well. Peace.